Hello, everybody. Ryan Carpenter here with No BS Golf, presented to you by P45 Knuckle Down Golf. That's right here in Central Georgia. We got everything you need to make your game what you want it to be. How good you want to be. Do you want to drop 20 shots, 15, 10, whatever it is? We can take care of it. With my partners, the Golf Pub, and Warner Robins on Watson. Go check them out if you just want to play some fun golf at night. If it's raining, if it's too hot, it's going to get too hot for me. I'll tell you that right now. I don't like this Georgia summer weather. But whatever it might be, the point is you can go play any course in the world and have fun games. There's even some little challenges and things on there. And any of the times that you can't get to your club, to your golf course, bam, you got what you need. For me, it's the facility that allows me to provide my students with everything they need, from the technology to the tools to the environment necessary to gain the skills they need to then go back outside when it's the right time and get their game in order. So you don't need to go to Atlanta, travel to the coast to some place you think's the only place. No. We got it right here. I've been doing this for 25 years and I've studied with all them people, and we can get it done right here, right now. Time to go. It's gonna be a fun next few days. The WMPO starts today. Live over in Riyadh starts today. We already had the Qatar Masters finish up. Champions Tour is doing the Hassan second. Lots of golf all around the world. And because it's one of them special weeks of the Super Bowl, and what them Thunderbird fellas have done out in the desert, they've made it to where it's a perfect lead up right into the big game, right? And it's fun, this special tournament, if you will. I think it's good and it's important, and it's really fun because it helps to get a few more eyes on them players, whereas most would not pay attention, like yesterday during the program and or today. We'll get early coverage. In fact, probably here in about 30 minutes or so, the ESPN Plus coverage will fire up, and you're going to get, your first looks. You get to see basically every shot that goes into the 16th green. And throughout the day, quote unquote, tour pros, right? Those guys are going to be banking it off the dang sides of the stadium, for crying out loud. So, we get to see a lot more of this, and you get to see what it's like to have a little bit of a change of atmosphere and how they react, and some love it and some don't, and that's just part of the ball game. So it's a really fun week, and the golf course is really cool because it's not a overly long challenging event for these guys. They hit it pretty far, and so what's more important about this course, which is fun, and it's why it's so important to go out, by far, before I get into my main topic today, but one of the most important parts of this whole process is, okay, we get a little, something going and get you to where you got some skills built and some outputs are now attainable. And if that's the case, when we're looking at, the objective, so there's kind of a lot of ways to look at it. You got 18 possibilities of trying to get a score just right. And on each 18 spots, your first objective, you tee off, right? Your second objective, go find that ball, hit the next thing, so on and so forth, right? And so navigate the entire hole, but then navigate the shot to get you into position to do the next shot and then to finish that hole. And so there's lots of ways to do it. And this golf course really presents us with that a lot of holes that shows that says, well, you could do this. And if you do, it's more risk reward. I mean, big reward. In fact, you can get some players that are getting like a shot and a half almost advantage on just one or two holes based off the way this is designed. So it's a fun way to look at it. It's a fun way to watch how they navigate this. It's just, this is what makes watching golf fun to me, beyond the competition. And the last 2 hours of Sunday, of course, that's duh. But I like to see the players that are struggling on Thursday afternoon or morning or Friday afternoon, morning, and along with the best players, because I want to see how they go about their day and do things. And so it's a fun tournament regardless. That's the best part. It brings in a different, realm existence within the golf tournament atmosphere. So hopefully everybody enjoys that. Obviously, Super Bowl coming up. Woohoo! And it's a great lead in. So, but that all starts today. We're kicking it off, and lots of golf kicking off today, just everywhere, all over the place. So this is a big day. Okay. So it's been advised to me. Anyways, you get new audience, blah blah. I don't know. I don't get much audience, so whatever. But I did want to kind of go through and talk about a little bit of what it is that we really do at P45, and what's the I can't go into detail. I got a recording already out there that explains what the evaluation lesson is, and I got a recording with former student that went a long ways, played even professional golf eventually. Go back and find those conversation with Reagan and the evaluation lesson in the YouTube videos there, and but as I've been told, that as you make more stuff, things get pushed back and hard to find, don't see it, so on and so forth. So we'll just cover it a little bit. Things that are important. What's the process all about? The evaluation is, as simply as put, a way to have enough time to meet with a player, have them come in, take some swings, video it, look at it, break it down, talk about it. And within about a 20-minute, 30-minute time frame maximum, I'm pretty much designing their entire next, year or two of development process. Depending, it varies a little. They're different goals and things, of course, but I pretty much hear the same thing every day, and I just want to be consistent. I'm like, well, I agree. Hell, players on TV all over the place, they want the same thing because they struggle with being consistent. Now, their inconsistency is less of an issue than, say, ours or the big number shooting players. Yes, they've at least learned and developed and do prepare. I just see one hit it out of bounds right there. Enough that they can compete and play at a high level for sure, but it's still very difficult. If you tell me you want to be inconsistent, I tell you, well, how's your next 10 years? Because you're gonna have some inconsistency in this game. It's just that the nature of this game is this, and it's Dr. Bob. Golf's not a game of perfect. It's all about trying to get as repeatable as possible, and then you start tinkering with things like I do way too much, and it messes up my dang game all the time. But just is what it is. But you're trying to attain it, but at the same time, you're never going to actually truly attain perfection. And it's back to the Hogan quote. A big tournament you won, famous quote was the base truncated. Was that? And no, I just had a lot of good misses this week. I didn't hit a perfect shot all week, but I had a lot of great misses. And so if the best players in the world are dealing with that, so are we. So we have to break it down a little differently. We got to understand it from a different aspect and get a better idea with detail where you're at and with detail exactly where you want to be and how the details of the goal determine the path we go down. And so that's all day one. We've got to get that figured out. We've got to get that in place in order to have a chance. Second to that is then process and going through the motions. And so I set up my sessions with my players. It's different than most. Sometimes a session could be 2 hours. You never know, right? It just is what it is. And so you've got to get to the point where if we're going to truly attain a certain level and specifics about how the ball moves and what level of consistency we're talking about, we need to define that better and then determine it based off that and then work through the things that are required to achieve that and develop a player and their swing and their ability and match their clubs and then talk about how to play the course by playing lessons and go out with the proper preparation procedures on the range, on the short game to develop and increase those consistency numbers up to bring the pattern dispersion in. So all of that is there's a lot involved there. So we're trying to detail it as best as we can in day one to say, here's kind of the minimum things we need to do. Then we have a plan. You got to have a plan to move forward, or else you're just kind of hoping. And hoping is not a good way to go about this. And then with the plan in place, then we can start to talk about how to schedule and where to go and then it's within the time spent as well. There are some very, very key elements of the process and the tools that I give my students. The one thing I can't do is I can't make you swing differently. I can get you to the point of understanding how to get there. Then it's up to you as the student. You've got to make that time commitment. You've got to make that effort. Nobody else can do it for you. So that being said, I can at least provide from studying from others, learning from others, teaching for 25 years, over 18,000 lessons. I've seen the players that advance quickly, and I've seen the ones that don't. And I can tell you with definitive absolutes why. It's no secret for me anyways. I know what it works and I know what doesn't. Period. The end. I know what works the best. Period. The end. I know the best, most efficient, effective ways to develop a player. And so you want to find that out, then the key is to start with the evaluation lesson. The evaluation, then we have a plan, then we work on plan using tools and effective methods to get you there. And over time, we're going to guarantee success. That's how we do it. It's just that simple. There is no secrets. There's no magic pill. If I had a magic pill, I'd have go to website and go magicpillforgolf.com. Everybody give me $10,000 and here's your pill. And now you're Tiger Woods. That's how it'll work. Well, we all know that doesn't exist. If you've watched the Golf Channel for the last 40 years, you want to know how many magic pills have been sold on that channel for the last 40 years? Hundreds of them. Did they fix hardly anybody? No. Is everybody playing at a high level out there that bought that crap? No. But people are still buying it. Whatever. BS is what I call it. So that's the how it goes, folks. Be ready to tune in tomorrow for sure. Probably not YouTube. Well, I'll do it. May be a part of it. Anyways, definitely look at the socials. Facebook for sure. Twitter for sure. Be paying attention. That's your lead in for tomorrow. But WMPO, live in Riyadh. I mean, we got just golf coming out our ears because spring is sprung. It's time to rock and roll. It's time to do this. I want to see y'all out there. And when you're ready to finally dive in and make that commitment, I got all kinds of players just working their tails off right now, getting ready for the next couple of weeks here. April 1, that's kind of the target-ish date for the most part. And we're going to hit the ground running. We're going to be so ready to play that it ain't going to be – in fact, I had a fella give me a quick call the other day, student, and has progressed a little and had an experience playing and then went to range and had some other experience. But the one thing was he was exhilarated and happy and excited like a giddy kid on Christmas. Why? Because he's changed enough. And some people noticed it and had said some things to him. And he said, man, it feels good when somebody says stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, it's true. It does. You're right. That's part of the fun of this. So that's what we're doing here. We're not just getting better. We're getting massively better with players and students. Huge. And these things will last a lifetime. After we get past the process, now we're putting the technology away and we're getting away from the bay. We want to get away from there as fast as we can. We start there on purpose. But we want to get away from that as fast as we can and get more to this part. Application, on course, on range, on short game. What should we be doing? How do we continue to keep our ability to play at this level consistent through life? And that's building pattern for success is what I call it. Okay, now that you've got the abilities, just like a tour pro, why are they – I'm go next tournament and, man, Monday afternoon, Tuesday all day, Wednesday all day. I'm prepping for the next tournament. They don't just walk out on the first tee on Thursday and put a peg in the ground and hit it and go play a magical round of golf. That ain't how it works. These people work their freaking rear ends off, man. You got to go actually pay attention to this stuff in real time, especially TV don't show none of this. So that's kind of the final phase. And then if we need more development, we dedicate our winters to the development process again. So that's all. That's a quick some summary of it. And if you want to find out more, first of all, like, subscribe, and share. Let me know you're out there. Go to the comments section. Throw me some questions. Twitter at P45KDG. There's a messenger on there. Instagram probably has one too. I don't know. The real P45KDG. Just look it up. P45knuckledowngolf.com. Whatever. Reach out and let me know what kind of questions you got. It don't cost nobody to have a conversation, right? Call me, text me, message me, whatever. I don't not answer people. That doesn't make any sense. You got questions, you want to find out more about this, all you got to do is reach out. So for now, I'm going to go get ready. I want to watch some of this before I got to get into my lessons today. I can't wait to see the beginning of the WMPO and all the people that are out there. Hey, have a hell of a time. Hey, somebody do me a favor. Y'all out there, give me a hat, man. Give me a shirt, something. Let me know if you're out going to this event. I always love getting all this kind of stuff from my students over the years. And anyways, shout out to the WMPO. That's one of my favorite events of the year. All right, y'all. That's it for today. Like I said, be paying attention tomorrow. And that's it. Ryan Carpenter, No BS Golf, P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Take care.